All right. Sorry for being late. I was. Ooh, let's actually record too. There we go. I was a little late because, well, I got kids and one just needs a little extra time putting down. So, um, show dev tool. Oh, I never played around with that before. What does this button do? Okay, nothing I wanted to happen. Reopen that. This window already exists. Then where is it? Uh, Sorry. Gotta reset up the chat, I guess. And I promise we'll get started. There we go. Okay. I'll minimize that. Put this in the corner. Okay. So tonight, we could talk about the hay, haymakeress. The reason why I have Flash is because if you carefully read the words, you may cast a card for its miracle cost when you draw it for the first card this turn. So the goal is to do a little bit of a puzzle piece game, and we're trying to draw one card and play an enchantment on everybody's turn, so we can maximize the value of this. It's the same like concept of like why I have the um, extra turns in here. It's like the simple way of getting multiple triggers off, because doing something just one rotation isn't good enough in my book. So we're going to try and cast big dumb enchantments on other people's turns. But that's why I have the flash. Since you're curious, Sam, as to why it's in here, I want to enable that. That's like part of the puzzle thing. Now there is a stacks element to this. Is I want to slow the game down. Oh, really? You don't? Hmm. Well, if that's the case, oh, my kid's up. Hold on a second. If that is the case, oh yeah, I kind of want to just double check. Um, I've never played a miracles list before. Um, if not, that frees up a few card slots in our list here. Wow, you're right. That's pretty sick. In that case, let's take out the flash stuff and we'll just throw in just more obnoxious enchantments. Okay, we had, I think, at least two in this list. Learn something new in Magic all the time. And then we get rid of Leyline. Um, I think didn't add Eidolon or Rhetoric. It's just another rule of law effect. I could spell Eidolon. Let me pull up the other one. Really? That is super cool. I did call this a different name, and then I came up with Hey Make Tress, and it just sounds way better. 3 drops. We want, man, Eidol. I also don't want too many of these effects. If you draw multiple of them, then they do nothing, if that makes sense. So I think 3 is a decent number. It ain't crazy. I also like Eidolon because it's an enchantment, so I could uh, cheat its cost. There was some fun stuff in here that didn't make the cut in here, so I think I'll just swap it out with the cool, dumb stuff that's in here. Um, Sire Stagnation was definitely one of them. Just another effect that enables us to draw on other people's turns. Same with the Council of Four. Extravagant Replication was something I ended up cutting, but it's a pretty sick card. There's also a door near the Fractured Realm. I think I have that in here too. Mana value. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to cut these two and add some more fun stuff. Yeah, we'll throw the Council of Four in this list. Yeah, I don't have too many of those. There aren't a lot of good repeatable top deck manipulating effects. A lot of them kind of stink. Like I could run Soothsaying, but I'm not a big fan of that card. Oh yeah. Well, I bought a bunch of flash enablers that I didn't need to buy. Oh well, they were pretty cheap to begin with. So now we just need $5 of budget-friendly things for the budget version. Um, hmm. Primal Odin. Ah, my biggest concern is my ability to protect it. I don't know if I can. That would also bust my extra turn count and make it into a turn 3 list. Or not a turn 3, but a bracket 3 list. I guess I could cheat a little bit. Like, I couldn't include Starfield Nix as a $12 card, but it is a performer that I'd prefer to have in the list just to make the deck more consistent. Yeah. The summoner, I have one, I have the summoner, whatever it's called in this list too. It's super backbreaking. Knights of the Round. It's just like a ticking time bomb that I wanted to try out. Hmm. This was in the original cut. It got rid of it because I thought it might be inconsistent. What sucks is I'll have to go into the lists in Modo and make these changes too. Really batting for zero here. I could throw price and knowledge in there. I'd have to buy it. I think for the sake of like time and like cost, I'll just bust my budget a little bit. We'll put Opalescence back in here. I just don't want to rebuy and waste anybody's time. Now, Opalescence is not a cheap card. It's like $30. Starfield. Oh, there was an enchantment that I got too. It was, oh, what's it called? It's black and white. Oh, daughter's upset again. Hold on. Oh, jeez, Louise. I'm the only one here, so I got the kids to tend to. Um, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was trying to find the black white enchantment that is like a weaker version of um. Yeah, it's gonna bother me. Elish Norn. That's what it was called. Uh, and you could exile things from people's graveyards and make a token for it. It's both color. Narrow it down even more. There we go. Ethereal Absolution. That will be a magic card. Can't spell ethereal either. There we go. Not too bad over budget. Like I said, want to be somewhat mindful of time here. I don't want people to watch me rebuy a bunch of cards either. And I still haven't even talked about the deck much before I got distracted by the whole miracles, ignore casting times, and my kids being upset. Here we go. Let me fix this. And then we could finish up talking about the deck here. Hey, Matrix. Okay. Sorry, it open. Cut that. That. Okay. Changes we made in the. Man, I can't remember. We did just a second ago. Council for Sire and Eidolon. Okay. Council for. Yeah, that one's fixed. At these. For this, we added back Starfield. Opal. Since the last card was Ethereal. Do I not have a copy of Ethereal? Damn it. Might have to buy a card after all. The one like budget card that I thought I already owned. It's probably like pennies. It's a fraction of a penny. You could buy that without me having to buy like tickets or anything like that. And while we wait on that, we could talk about the list finally. Okay, going back for all the sidetracks. Talk about the things that are unique. As for Sentinel, we have a lot of these kinds of effects where we can see cards on other people's turns, and they're just coattail cards, or we get triggers for our opponents doing whatever, and those triggers happen. We draw cards. Since I now know about the um, timing restrictions. Maybe I could replace Consecrated Sphinx. I guess Consecrated Sphinx is better than Ristic Study because it's guaranteed. In that scenario, people could see what we're up to and start actually. We're incentivizing people to pay the one. So again, sidetracked, but we want things to draw on other people's turns. The more of a guarantee, the better. Okay, now that's squared away. Back to the list. Um, we have a lot of coupons, actually. We don't have a lot of rocks, and if you count the coupons, we have 12 in total. Originally, I was running like 15 in total. I was like, that's too much. Let's just add some gas. Um, Coupons go a lot further because we have a lot of big, expensive stuff, so I'd rather have coupons over mana rocks. Skill Rack, if we draw our big stuff and we miss out on the discount, we could exchange it for cards on top of our library, and we'll manipulate the top of our library with the best thing for Aminatou. The Arcane Laboratory, the Eidolon Red Eric, and Rule of Law effects. The goal is to play more spells or play spells on everybody else's turn, so we break the symmetry of these cards. They're super good. Maybe 3 is not enough. I don't want too many of these effects, so if we draw into multiples, then we're just not completely useless. Let's see. We run a lot of board wipes. We have Toxic Deluge. We only have 19 creatures between 19 and 17, respectively, so the board wipes will affect our opponents, and at a certain point we'll hit critical mass, and we probably won't even need Aminatou. We'll just be casting big Haymaker enchantments, and we could probably win without her in most cases. This is one of those decks where like you're not totally dependent on your commander to win. It's the 99 cards in your list that win you the game, not the commander, really. I feel like Aminatou will kind of like slide under the radar. Oh, I gotta take this. What's up, babe? Okay. 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 Later. I can do that. I can do that later. Yep. Yep. Love you too. Bye, babe. Okay. Let's see. Academy Rector. Uh, I like the double. It's not really a double-edged sword. It's like a really heavy-handed card where not only do we get our best thing, it's probably gonna be omniscience every time, but um, the best part about this guy is he also staves off a bunch of aggro. No one wants to attack into you, and it buys us a lot of time if we need it. More so than people probably give it credit. Um, Now we get into like, I feel like a lot of these enchantments can win games. Like Court of Ambition drains people for 6. Pod Haunting puts in big scaling bodies that fly. Heliod gives cost reduction based on cards we draw, so it kind of pairs nicely with our commander. Um, let's see. No Mercy stays off bench or aggro. Replenish. I don't like to run too many of these like recursion effects. just because they become dead cards. If I draw multiples of them and none of our enchantments are in our graveyard, then it's a card that does nothing. So it kind of does generates the same feelings that having multiple rule of law effects does. So if they can wipe our enchantments twice, then good on them. But most of the time, I would say enchantments are a neglected permanent type. They get away with bloody murder. So we're going to try and do the same. Um, Revel in Riches. Since we have a lot of board wipes, I feel like we could get the 10 treasure count pretty handily on its own. So I'll probably just sit on this card. And then the cool thing about a lot of my board wipes is they're cost efficient. So you could probably string Revel in Riches into a board wipe pretty easily, especially when you get the 4 cost reduction with the Aminatou. Should be easy to do. And we might have just a simple win condition here. Making Angels, staving off aggro. This is another win condition that also recurs enchantments. I kind of like these effects a little bit more because it's one at a time, and it actually does something other than just bring back enchantments, and it turns our enchantments into bodies to beat people to death with. The extra turn stuff. We can only run 3 of these before we start going up in brackets. No, I don't care. We don't fear losing our creatures. It's not a big deal. We only run 19 in the expensive version and 17 in the less version. And like I said earlier, all of our win conditions are enchantments, so we can neglect it. We can let them go. It'll hurt our opponents way more than it hurt ourselves. We're breaking symmetry. Feel like a lot of these are pretty self-explanatory. Flying sharks with Shark Typhoon seems pretty fun. A lot of like animating effects, so that's also why I'm not in, like, I have no concern about losing our creatures. Is we have a lot of this kind of stuff like Grave Betrayal, Debtor's Knell, and Virtue of Persistence. We'll get them back with those types of enchantments. So I hope that puts your mind at ease, Sam. The extra turn spells, again, I picked the ones that we could use over and over again on their own. Like, Metamai is a little more riskier because it's on a body, but at least we could get an extra turn off of it every other turn. Seems pretty fun. Mind's Dilation is probably one of the better like gimmick cards that like you don't see this much anymore. Back in old timey Magic, this was a very popular win condition, and now I can see the light of day. I think we'll have a blast at that if we find it. I always have a good time. Legion Loyalty, super fun. Creatures, we have Myriad. So if we animate our enchantments into creatures and we give them all Myriad, there going to be some big scary things coming our opponent's way. One of the multiverse, it's like a pseudo omniscience because you only get 1 spell for free, but it lets us play stuff off the top like Future Sight. Some nights of the round, we make 3 bodies every chapter, and then on the final one, everything gets an indestructible counter and a stat increase. Should be a finisher. Board wipe that's efficient. Fractured Realm was the reason I picked this. The right half. Whenever a triggered ability of permanent you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. We have a lot of enchantments that trigger in the turn at different stages of the game. And what's crazy is it doesn't care what type of trigger. It just says a permanent triggers, you copy it. So that includes ETBs, that includes upkeeps, that includes end steps, yada, yada, yada. Our draw triggers that trigger when our opponents do anything, this will double those triggers too. So it's a really unique trigger doubler. It's more expensive than Panharmonicon, but it's more expensive for a reason. And then the mirror room, which is efficiently costed 2, is actually pretty useful. You make a token copy of something. Pretty good when we have a bunch of Haymaker enchantments. Now for the budget version, just going to talk about things we haven't talked about. Insatiable Avarice, we like tutors that put stuff on top of our library, so we get our big bad enchantment, put it on top. This fits the build quite nicely. Extraordinary Journey. Risky. I've had Force Fruition played against me, and I've punished people pretty badly. If you give me that many cards, I will close out the game. That's how I feel about Force Fruition. Just depends on who you're playing with. I guess it works decently well because you have rule law effects. But like if they're seeing that many cards, they'll draw an answer to rule of law eventually, and then they'll run away with the game. So uh yeah, that's quite a double-edged sword if you do choose to run it. Dance of the Manse, since we lose out on the very expensive replenish, I chose this reanimating effect where they turn into bodies too. Ethereal Absolution, we kind of already talked about that. Aethros Shroud Veil, this is another one of our animating effects that didn't make the cut in the budget list version. We just get one thing and we put like a counter on it. If it gets exiled or dies, we get it back under our control. The cool thing about it is we could choose things, like we could choose our own stuff to bring back later if they should die. And it's a 4/7 body that's probably not that hard to turn into a creature and meet the devotion because of our pips and what have you. White and black are the two popular of the 3 colors in this list. Yeah, that's the big differences. So let's play the game. Sorry for being late. Sorry for, delaying stuff. Let's see. Word 5 casual. Huh. Doing the B. Dakota Dan. Oh yeah, no problem, man. I also gotta edit down the last video I did. I think I'm gonna work on at least 2 cards that were spoiled from the new set coming out that actually looked really good. Like the 2 commanders from the commander decks that have been spoiled already are actually really interesting to me. I'm a huge Jun fan. I think it'll end up replacing my Lord Windgrace list, just because it's the effect of playing lands from your graveyard statically. It's pretty sick. Edge of Eternities. This guy's super good. Same with this one. A tapper effect that proliferates. That seems sick. Yeah, Kilo and Zero. These 2 I'm already pretty hyped about. Like to me, these guys are a lot more powerful than the Final Fantasy face commanders. Like Head and shoulders above the previous 4 that we got. That's probably a hot take, but it's my honest opinion. Oh, I like the Soul Ring. I just don't like that we have 5 lands. Hmm. What's crazy is this is a universal effect. Hmm. I should mulligan. It seems like a bad idea to keep this because I play Soul Ring turn 1 and then I just do nothing. I don't do anything turn 2. Turn 3 I play Aminatou. It's not that bad. I guess the extra mana is, yeah, we'll keep it. Turn 2 do nothing ain't the worst, and we could see 2 cards to fix that problem. Aminatou also lets us scry 2, or surveil 2 rather. Usually Alluro lists are dedicated hardcore control lists. Fortunately, we're not a creature-based deck, so like, I think we'll be okay. I think the person that's going to struggle this game is probably this guy. He's one of my favorites from Bloomborough. I built a budget version of this. It's still in my rotation. I love it a lot. There's actually a lot of good Bloomborough commanders that I still play. Definitely one of them. Now, I think I built him a lot differently than most do. Like if you look at an EDH rack and compare the cards to my list, it's completely different than like what's popular. Not even the same realm. Did not want to see another land. That's a bummer. We should turn down the volume a little bit. Really? Missed the land drop. The Alluro player. Wonder what's in his hand. My biggest concern might not be a concern. Yeah, we'll get a Triome and Gravon. I do have a play, so I might as well just not tap my stuff down. Who knows? I don't know what could possibly be played. It's a pet card. I love this thing. This thing will typically see more cards than people give it credit for. Like if it sees just 2, I feel like it's done more than its job. But normally, this card draws people multiple cards. You'd be surprised how many times people cast things from places other than their hand. It's like a common occurrence now in Commander. How are we doing sound wise? I think we're still good, right? Check. Yeah, we're good. No, found his land. What does he get? What's up? Sure. But Mistville Plains. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Man, normally I would want to use my removal and card advantage pieces, but these are very fair card advantage pieces. I would rather use my removal on something that's going to kill us or draws way more cards than what these will do. Let them have it. We don't need more land, so I'm kind of want to do some deck thinning here. Yep, you got it. Get your card. Let the fun stuff begin. What I've learned from the playtesting of this is when you're hurting for lands, it gets a little more complicated when you're making the decisions with the surveil. But since we have so much in hand and we have so much mana at our disposal, I am gonna ditch every land we see for a while. Yeah, I don't need more mana. We got plenty. We need a big fat enchantment on the top three cards of our library, if not in the top two. Regardless of what it is, that's all I'm looking for right now. I'll throw away gold to get to an enchantment. Ooh, I guess another exception would be a draw trigger that happens on other people's turns. That would be something I'd accept. The surveil trigger. Oh, I always forget about this thing. The drawing too when you are hellbent is pretty nice. The life part doesn't matter. The rock part is actually relevant. I'd say you combine the draw trigger and the mana, it's worth it. Oh, this is really good in this list. He auto kills our stuff when he targets. He could target anything with this ability. So if his commander's in play, he just shoots our stuff off. Yeah, I feel like this guy's gonna have a really rough game. Well, we definitely want our commander to stick around for a bit because we got nothing going on for us right now. Ooh, I can get the. Oh, I want both of these cards. We'll get the demon, play the demon, and then cast summon knights around. This is pretty sick. And just like that, we will be on everyone's shit list. We will do 8 damage to ourselves and start the clock. We got the Sire on deck too. I feel like at this point, Aminatou has done the damage. Yeah, the damage is done. Ooh, you know what? He could kill this off. Oh, this is indestructible. Never mind. He can't kill it off. I forget that this is itself is indestructible. It's pretty wild. Oh, I forgot to play a land, I think. Shit. I got so excited by doing this play. Totally escaped my mind. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the ass. Oh, okay. Zinnia is out. Too good of a start from our end. Just a grip full of lands. If people only knew. And to be fair, he was gonna have a rough game. This is a hardcore control list, clearly. This is probably a control list. I don't know if I could beat both of them at the same time, but I could try. Sure. I had my fun. Surprised they didn't use it on this. The thing that's gonna eventually kill these guys. It's a premium exile effect and a very scary indestructible creature. Who knows? It's 4 turns from now before the final chapter. A lot of crap could happen. He's kind of stumbling on. Okay. He's definitely stumbling on mana. I might swords his dude here just because I can. He'll be a long ways from casting his commander. Since he's missing land drops. He can kill my commander, but we know what's on top. It's a Sire Stagnation. Oh, he just yielded through it? Okay. You should have activated this in response. I wonder if he'll surrender because of that. Indestructible, buddy. Yeah, he should have used his anguish on making him my summon. Oh, and we got the Eidolon too? That's sick. Now I'm a mana short because I missed the stupid land drop. Getting already punished for earlier. Not playing my land. I would like the dumb dog from. Wouldn't know if I caught it. What to do? Yeah, we're just dumping it all on the guy on the left. Yeah, less mana, less fun. True. At least I'll be refilling my hand. I just won't get the fun miracle triggers. And I guess I'm only delaying it by 1 turn, I suppose. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, they're pretty screwed. I only have to focus on one person. This guy's so far behind now because of the demonic tutor play without making land drops. Well, I'm kind of glad I've been beating on this guy now if he's playing stuff like this. The cheeky win conditions. And with the way that they're playing 1 spell a turn anyways, so the Eidolon wouldn't have been all that effective. He's low on cards. He probably can't string 2 spells together. This guy's low on mana. He can't string 2 spells together. Maybe not. Maybe you can. I take that back. Oh, graveyard. Graveyard. We don't need land. We have plenty of that. Cloud Key's a little boring. Oh well. Might be overplaying our hand, but we play Magic. Just Alpha Strike the guy on the right. Since this has got lifelink, we don't want to be doing him any favors. Ooh, I didn't take that into consideration. They would soup this up. So you could kill Aminatou, or you could kill Sire if you wanted to go crazy. Or is he just trying to kill a token? But we're kind of in a stage of the game where I don't need Aminatou to win the game. I have all the mana. Oh, this turns off indestructibility. Shit. Yeah, that'll get me. Forgot that the sphere does that. Damn. Well, so much for that finisher. Pretty slick. A weapon of darkness for a warrior of light. This is one of the best life gain cards in the game. Just on its own, it does a lot of work. Can't cast any more spells. Sure, why not? Play it. Just in case you kill this. This is what I mean about like running too many of these. Graveyard, graveyard. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Now we double our permanent triggers. Fractured Realm for sure, because it's the most expensive thing. Only paid 2 blue for it, because the cost reduction from the cloud key. I'll unlock the room too, so we get a copy of Sire. We get 2 copies because we played the room side first. This is why Fractured Realm is so strong. Ah, yes. Give it to me, please. This is fun. Hmm. I guess we'll just swing with all the tokens at him. Or he blocks 1, gains 4, and then he takes 8 times 2 is 16. Takes 10, goes to 22. I feel like putting him on the bubble's more effective. Do I need the Sire? Not really. I'm going to be seeing an insane amount of cards anyways. Yeah, we'll just swing it all out this way. If he dies and the Urborg goes down with him, and then he has less swamps at his disposal. He can only activate that unspeakable symbol so many times. Okay, he's dead. Oh, this is lame. I didn't take that into account. Now I lose on upkeep. Fuck. That was dumb of me. You win the game for doing nothing. That's true. I walked into that so badly. I got to do the thing, though. Had some fun doing it, too. I wish this was an instant. Funny. Killed myself by killing someone else. The margin for that's really low. Your starting life total is all you need. Hmm. This is a budget area. Join this one. Yeah, I could have played that a lot better. I missed the land drop, messed with my tempo pretty badly, and then I didn't account for that stupid exquisite blood. Hmm. And I couldn't cast the damnation because I was under the rule of law effect. Yeah, might have to replay that budget-less version again. I had a lot of fun doing that. Hmm. We got our colors. Fortunately, I need another white source to play two of these cards. Maybe I give this up. We get a mulligan. Might as well use it. Eey. And from bad to worse. Okay, much better. Another Soul Ring hand. Um, hmm. These are all tap lands, so I'm going to be pretty slow. I gotta give up the Cloud Key. Hmm. Maybe the Swords. Yeah, I'll give the Swords. Go balls to the wall instead of. We'll do one thing well, and that's just play our own game. Actually, Port Town comes in untapped because I got an Island Plains in my hand. Man, that setup from last game was super sick. I had three Sires of Stagnation in play. Never done that before. Something to be proud of. Major Mana Rock, too. So we have turn two Aminatou. Although that does depend on if I find an untapped land source. So it still might be turn three. I guess the other nice thing about that game ending quickly is I do have plans for tomorrow. I gotta help my wife set up for a party and pack because we're gonna go to my aunt's cabin up north for the 4th of July. So I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. That's not streaming or game related. Of like, even though we lost that last game and I killed myself, I got to show you the power of Aminatou, which is all I really care about. Uh, Deck construction S plus. Piloting not so great tonight. But the deck is by my design, so I can at least pat myself on the back for that. Yeah, it'll be a nice weekend. Ooh, we drew an untapped source. Okay. So I'd rather play that. Get the ball rolling with Aminatou early. I do feel like we're kind of kicking these tap lands like down the road, and it'll probably be a problem later. What's up, man? You missed the game where I killed myself on accident. Well, imagine this kills my soul ring. That puts a damper on what we're doing over here. Let's see, I will have. Yeah, that's what it was. I avoided hitting him because I didn't want him to just like kill one of my things and soak most of the damage. Oh yeah. Alright, so I can play something up to 7 mana. Hopefully, double blue isn't in the casting cost either, because I wouldn't be able to cast it. Not helpful, anyways. So graveyard, graveyard, drill line happens. At least now I have an untapped source here. I think playing the cloud keys better. Yeah. I need cards. I need to draw lands. I don't want to use my surveil to find lands. It's kind of silly. We'll hit the guy that blew up my soul ring. Tit for tat, my friend. Hog knocker. Meet my fart knocker. Tap out. Too big butt. Oh, I saw the new Jurassic Park today. It was entertaining. I would say the deaths felt really forced. It didn't feel natural at all. Yeah. Most of the time, I'm the big bad out the gate, and I just stay the big bad from start to finish. Most of the time, that's how my decks play. Now, again, I'm probably just giving myself way too much credit than it is, but that's probably just how I build my lists. Yeah, like I would say most of the Jurassic Park deaths in the previous six movies felt really natural. Like people dying felt natural, but like people were just dying to die. It felt like in some cases, like I thought that was super lame. I haven't seen the latest one, the part two. I felt pretty confused watching the part one. I was like, what the hell is happening in this? I liked the movie before that with Henry Cavill. That was good. The bad guy from the last Mission Impossible, like part one movie, also felt really confusing to me. Like, not a single part of the bad guy made me feel threatened in any way at all. Like, I wasn't getting the vibe that he was a badass at all. The actor playing the bad guy just felt like a total wuss that like could be walked past, and then like to see uh, Ethan Hunt get whipped by him just like felt weird. Didn't make any sense. You got beat by a side character that is not all that intimidating. Damn. Well, we will put this in our graveyard. I'll take the card draw maybe. Hmm. Keep on setting up. Worst case scenario, this nets me more cards, so wouldn't have gotten an enchantment anyway, so I'm glad I went with that route instead. Now I could Moonbless Cleric and get something scary, but then I telegraph that I'm about to freaking stomp everyone here. I kind of like doing that to people. Let's show them that we aren't afraid and something terrible's coming their way. Might get my Aminatou killed. We don't have double black, so that's off the table. Anything double black we can't do. This is pretty funny when we did this. We could do it again. We could replicate stuff. That seems like fun. Omniscience doesn't feel impactful yet because we don't have a lot of stuff in our hand. Maybe one with the multiverse is better. It's card advantage. It's big. We can manipulate the top of our library with it too. Do I have double blue? I got double blue. Yeah, this kind of just does everything we want to be doing right now. Who are we the most intimidated by? This guy missed a land drop. This guy is playing an Enchantress list too. We can't tolerate that. We can't have multiple Enchantress players here. We're the only Enchantress list. I mean, if you're referring to me, I have gas on the way. I put the pseudo omniscience card on top of my list that lets me play things from the top of my library for free. So like I'm gonna start outpacing. Kind of dumped everything, and I still have cards in hand, but that enchantment will help fix their problems for sure. And then I have a shuffle effect with Terramorphic. If we wanted to get another big enchantment potentially off the top of our deck. Oh, the Calyx. Yeah, that does seem a little strange. I mean, I do feel like green is pretty integral in Enchantress lists. Like it's equally as important as white, and we're not playing it. So it does feel a little awkward from our end from a ramping perspective, but Aminatou fixes that problem with that miracle reduction. So we can kind of ignore the whole green part. Like the only thing I'm really missing out on are the really good enchantresses. Like a lot of them are green. I'm missing out on like 6 enchantresses. Really sucks. That's like the worst part about not being in green. And this guy's ramping pretty good. It's looking for a land. Yeah, that's true. Much better. Well, raw draw power is it's pretty damn good. It's hard to say. Yeah, I trade off the enchantresses for other card advantage pieces. And in terms of enchantments, green doesn't have a lot of them. They have big dumb creatures, but not big dumb enchantments. In that scenario, I'd rather be in blue for just the better enchantments to play with. Ooh, ditching the pedal. Man, for a guy that only had 2 lands, he's fixed his problem. It's not. It's it's one with the whatever. It's still good for the situation we're in. We wanted more gas, and we're gonna get it. Hopefully, I find another big, expensive enchantment right behind the enchantment we just put on top, because then we get another cheat a bunch of mana into play. Rule of law ain't bad. 6 cards, 4 cards. 6 cards, so it's actually really effective. Yeah, we're gonna leave it on top. It'll cheat that into play. Oh shit, I forgot about NAD tracker trigger. Oh well. We can still cast this for free from our hand. Do you want to shuffle path away? I could. Kind of want to keep this. Yeah, we're gonna cast this for free. Who needs the? Oh, there we go. Now I'm interested in beating on the guy on the right. All that mana. We'll leave the Moonblast. The Solano not interested in this game. Okay. He wasn't too happy. Made someone surrender already. Our odds have just increased 33%. Roll odds can be super good. They are stuck, especially on this guy who's got all this mana and a full grip still. Well, semi full grip, I should say. Oh, this is a Voltron list. That could be problematic. We'll get a nice stat increase over here. Can I kill him before he kills me? That's the question. I hope so. Let's put in the counter on Aminatou. Okay. That's strange. Maybe he wanted to increase my power because he has Slaughter the Strong or something like that. Something that cares about power. And maybe I was dodging a board wipe because of it. There's a couple. I can't block this, so. Oh, he's going to play defensively. He's hoping I just kill this guy, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. He could just one shot me down the road. He doesn't need to be trading blows with me yet. Like if he finds a double striking aura, that would be he would outpace me in that department. Hmm, that's pretty good. I need to find an answer for these boots though. I could kill this thing now. No, forget it. If he wants to trade off his commander, he can do that. Man, this board's getting pretty gummed up. Kind of regretting ditching that Vanquish the Horde now. In a weird spot. I like these cards, but I need to find an answer for what's going on out here. I could reduce the power over here with this. It's gonna feel stupid. Fun. I did draw a board wipe, so you get Grave Betrayal down, then do a nice little layup after that. Ooh, I would do a Shark Typhoon. It's on top of my library. Okay, back on the menu, boys. I'll board wipe after this, and then get my crap back and all of their crap. Oh, it's their crap only. It doesn't affect me. Black sources. We'll probably take our beats from this guy over here. I had to guess. Man, I'm kind of glad we took the gamble and ditched these two cards to search for something to answer what's going on. It's okay. I'm fine with that. 2 blue, 2 black. We can't cast multiple spells a turn, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, we got Mirror Room. Sick. So far, we don't have any cool things to copy triggers yet, but close. Does this make tokens? No. Just returns it as a zombie. It's weird that he put the counter on Aminatou and then killed it. Some weird decisions. This rule law effect is doing some work, though. Ooh, I get to animate this and then blow up his Thunderhawk gunship. Seems fun. I will block everything if I can. This gives everything flying, so if given the opportunity, I would block. I wonder if they surrender once this hits the table. So far, I'm giving off some really sick performances with these gameplays. Pretty satisfied with the construction of this. I bet these guys thought I was crazy for ditching these cards. They'll never hear the thought process unless they somehow stumbled across my channel and the game that they are playing with me right now. It's fine. I couldn't block your stuff anyways. Things have flying. Of the vehicle variety, this is one of the better cards out there. Just gives everything evasion. Yep, just dumping it all on me. That's fine. $17 damage, down to 19. At hurt. What do you reveal? Lightning Creeps. Torbrand. It's pretty good. Might as well get some damage in. I guess this is what I meant by Not needing Aminatou to win games. We've reached critical mass. Give me all your guys' shit. Of course. That sucks. I'll have to kill this bird. That's the perfect card for the situation. Now my rule of law is hurting me. Because, like, it only works, it works its best when you have a lead. Why didn't I get this thing? Does it happen on end step? Happens on end step. Oh, yes. What a G. That might make that guy surrender. Maybe Didixie wants this thing gone. Like, of the things I get these two things. Not very impactful for my board. They're just bodies, I guess. To him, anyways. It puts us on somewhat an even playing field. Is that completely out of the game? He's got some stuff to do. Like the Greaves plus Torbrand, or the Greaves plus his commander. I think Shark Typhoon is more important. You make a really big shark when I eventually cast that, and then it'll start doubling the copies. I feel like doubling This trigger is a little bit better than doubling the trigger over here. It ain't bad. Maybe I need to get Aminatou down so I could start getting around my rule all effect a little bit better. The once in the multiverse, it only triggers on my turn, so like I don't get free spells on their turns. Fire's good. Kind of want to kill my own rule of law so I could start running away with this game. And now I can make multiple copies of Sire with this. It'd be worth it. Hmm. Now we have the Sire set up with our commander. I'll definitely be our next play. It's hard to say. We got a lot of good things going for us. All the shoes on the other foot. Oh, took his creatures with him. All right. Just leaves it you and me. I love this card. Every chance I get to play it, I play it. When he goes to equip it, I'll hit it. To equip. It's the far left player. Right. Brick. Hoping to break parity by that being an enchantment. Wasn't. It's alright. We definitely have a a good lead. We'll need lands, that's for sure. True persistence. Sure. That's it's got a Starnheim Courser. It's not too great. Painful Quandary though. That's fun. Uh, don't want. I think 3 copies of Shark Typhoon's pretty sick. At least now I could guarantee Painful Quandary would go off without a hitch. It's also pretty nice. I guess that also depends if he plays a land before he casts a spell. Nope. Played the land first. Probably would have waited. No, this is on the stack. Yeah. Make a 5/5 shark with flying. Yeah, wound reflection too. Just a lot of big haymakers. Get an extra turn spell. Let's see if I already cast a spell this turn. Can't hit it with swords. Oh, he's going for broke. They could just take it on the chin. Just, I don't know. If I could block, why not? I guess I would have killed him, actually. I have wound reflection. That was dumb of me. Get him for 10. Reflection triggers. Dies. Dies. 2 turns. That will probably be it. Unless he got removal. Game, set, and match. Man, I'm kind of curious how that my last game would have went if I wasn't being such an idiot, but I still got to showcase what Aminatou can do. And I'm pretty happy, pretty proud with the list. I could see myself playing it for a long time, actually. I had a lot of fun. You get to play a lot of like big, stupid enchantments you normally never get to play. And it's still effective. So I'm going to go help my wife and get tomorrow prepped. So I hope you all enjoyed. Everyone have a good night.